AITA for telling my in-laws they have boundary issues and not letting them see my daughter. I 23F have been married to my husband 27M for 3 years. Our first child is 3.5 months old. I've known my in-laws for over 5 years. We had an amazing relationship until 6 months after our wedding when we had our first miscarriage. They asked about grandchildren every time we saw them. So my husband told them in private that I was having a miscarriage and asked them not to mention anything about it. I was having a horrible time with it. The very next day we went to their house and they wouldn't stop talking about it. This never stopped. Fast forward to 1.5 years later, we got pregnant for a third time, first baby. We told my in-laws at 6 weeks. I wanted to wait, but my husband didn't. We asked them not to tell anyone, but they did anyway and wouldn't stop after being asked multiple times not to. They kept overstepping throughout the pregnancy. They wanted to be there when baby was born and I said no. Me and my husband thought about it. After she was born, we asked them not to kiss the baby. Phil keeps kissing the baby and when asked not to, he said it's not a big deal. A few days later, he kissed her on the face and I caused a scene, took the baby and left their house. In-laws and husband say I overreacted and disrespected them. We didn't go back for 2 months. Now the baby is about 3 months and I agree to take the baby back for a visit. Phil holds the baby until she needs to eat. She is exclusively breastfed. As I'm feeding her, Phil says no more booby once she starts teething. I feel it isn't his place to tell me what to feed my baby. We're not close and talking about anything personal makes me uncomfortable. So him talking about my breasts at all is uncomfortable for me. He then says I need to start giving the baby rice cereal. I say no and explain why. He then tells me her doctor will put her on it soon, completely ignoring what I said. Mil wanted to hold the baby. She was very upset, so I let her try to comfort baby, but it isn't working. I go stand next to my husband, so she bitterly says you don't need to talk to him. After a few minutes, my husband took the baby and brought her back to me. Phil argued, saying Mil knows how to hold a baby. I got the baby to sleep. She likes to be rocked, sleep standing up. I passed her back to Mil and she immediately sits down and wakes her up. We didn't stay long after that. Mil texted saying she wants to see us again soon. I respond that it's clear yesterday didn't go well and that they have some boundary issues they need to work on. I also say I know their intentions are good, but I need the comments and overstepping to stop. I phrased the message as nicely as possible and even sent it to my husband for his okay before sending it. She asked what they needed to work on, so I told her the issues I had from the previous day. She said we should be open with each other moving forward to prevent any issues. I thought it went well. A few hours later, Phil called my husband to say I'm no longer welcome at their house. My husband thinks it's all my fault and wants to take baby to their house without me for the holidays. I said no and he said he is anyway. I don't trust them to respect boundaries when I'm not there and he's not able to stand up to them. AITA.